Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would like to call the Committee of Adjustment hearing to order. Tonight we have two applications we will be hearing, and the following will be the procedure for tonight's hearing. There are copies of notices on the desk in front at the back of the room, in front at the back. In the front or back, where are the copies of the notices? Do we have them?
At the back.
Okay, all right, back. Okay, and those are for your reference. Couple of housekeeping items. One, please turn all cell phones off or place them on silent mode. Two, when asking questions, please address the questions through the chair, not directly to the person being questioned. Excuse me. First, the first order of business will be for the committee members to disclose any pecuniary interests or conflicts of interest with the applications of tonight's agenda. A request will be made for any deferrals or withdrawals of applications on the agenda. The committee's secretary-treasurer will read out each application noted on the agenda with a brief description and staff recommendation. The applicant or agent for the applicant will be asked to step forward to the table at the front, introduce themselves, and be allowed a short overview explaining the details or additional information with regard to why the application is being made, if desired. Members of the committee will then have an opportunity to ask applicants any questions they may have, followed by any members of the public who wish to speak to this application. Any members of the public wishing to speak to the application will be asked to come forward, state their name and address, limit their comments to 10 minutes, and must present all questions or comments pertinent to the application in that 10-minute time frame. Persons making a presentation may not necessarily be allowed to return again to speak on this application. Following all comments, the applicant will be afforded a closing comment if desired. The committee will then present a decision in the form of a motion. The motion will be discussed and voted upon. If a vote is tied, the motion will be defeated and a new motion will be made. If a motion is defeated, new motions will be made until a decision has been reached. Notice of decision will only be provided to those persons who leave their names and addresses in writing with the Secretary-Treasurer. There is a sign-in sheet at the back of the room for this purpose, or for persons viewing online. You can email Taraba at portcolborne.ca. That's TAY.TARABA at portcolborne.ca. Or you can phone her at 905-228-8124. And feel free to leave a message. Okay. It should be noted that in order to be kept advised of any possible Ontario Land Tribunal hearings, persons must request and be sent a copy of this committee's decision on an application. Trusting everyone understands the process, I would like to ask for any conflicts with tonight's applications. Committee members? Seeing none? Okay. Are there any requests for deferrals or withdrawals of applications? Seeing none? Okay. Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please read out the first application.
Thank you, Deputy Chair. On tonight's agenda, we've got one minor variance application and one cancellation of consent. Cancellation of consent. Notice of applications were circulated to the public on July 29th. The required agencies received notice of the application on July 14th. A recommendation report for this application was prepared by planning staff and made publicly available on August 8th. All correspondence received by August 8th were addressed in the recommendation report. Those interested can view the recommendation reports online on the city's website or in person at City Hall. Those interested may also contact planning staff in person, by email, or over the phone to obtain a copy of the reports. Accommodations for alternative methods of viewing or obtaining the recommendation reports are available upon request. Please note that the zoning bylaw currently in effect is the City of Port Colborne zoning bylaw 6575-3018 as amended, which will henceforth be referred to as the zoning bylaw. Our first application tonight is minor variance application A1225PC for the lands municipally known as 307 Pleasant Beach Road, located in the rural residential zone as established in the zoning bylaw. The owner, Aldo Argangelo, I'm so sorry if that's wrong, is requested relief from the provisions of the zoning bylaw to permit the construction of the new accessory dwelling building, notwithstanding the following: that the maximum height of 6.4 meters be permitted, whereas a maximum height of 6 meters is required; that a maximum floor area of the accessory dwelling unit of 45% be permitted, whereas maximum floor area of 40% is required. Given the information in the recommendation report, planning staff recommend that application A1225 PC be granted. As the application is minor in nature, it is appropriate for the development of the site, is desirable in compliance with the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw, and is desirable in compliance with the general intent and purpose of the official plan. That concludes correspondence for this application.
Okay, thank you. Now, I would ask the applicant in the first, Mr. it's Aragonello, is it?
Aldo is fine.
Okay, Aldo, would you like to come forward? Okay. Is there anything, could you give your name and address for the record, please?
My name is Aldo Rigonello. I live at 307 Pleasant Beach Road, and I'd like to build a garage for storage, maybe in the future, the second floor for someone to live there. Septic is already approved for, in case I want to add living quarters.
Okay. That's all you have to add? That's fine, thank you. Okay. So does the member of the public or the committee members first? Yeah, that's what I thought, okay. Okay, do we have anyone from the public wishing to speak to this? No? Okay, committee members. Member Bruno.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Through you to the planner. With respect to Mr. Aganello's potentially future desire to put an accessory dwelling, I know the province is encouraging it, we're encouraging it, but I just wonder, would that in the future have to come back to make it an accessory dwelling, or are the rules now such that when time permits for him, he just goes ahead and does it?
Through the Deputy Chair to the member, he would not have to come back to the Committee of Adjustment for further approvals, but he would have to come back for another building permit.
Very good, thank you, that's all I have.
Member Beauregard, anything you want to add?
No, I would just like to, if I could move the application.
Okay.
Application A12-25-PC, concession 1, part lot 2 in the city of Port Colborne, be granted for the application. Application is minor in nature. Appropriate for the variances are minor in nature. They are appropriate for the development of the site. They are desirable and in compliance with the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw. They are desirable and in compliance with the general intent and purpose of the official plan.
Okay, thank you. To a seconder, Member Bruno. Here. All in favor? That would be carried. Okay, so the motion, the matter is carried. It's approved, and it's how many days do we have?
Waiting period.
What is the waiting period?
20 days.
20 days.
20-day waiting period, and then you can get moving on that. Okay? Thank you very much. Next application, please.
Our last application tonight is a cancellation of consent request for B1115 PC for the lands municipally known as 166 Chippewa Road. The owner, Wendy Lahoki, is revisiting the Committee of Adjustment to request that the committee cancel the consent application for the purpose of conducting a merger of their lands. Given the recommendation report, planning staff recommend that the respective request be granted as outlined in the staff report dated August 8th, 2025. That concludes the correspondence for this application.
Thank you. Would the applicants like to come up and add anything?
You have it all.
Nothing? Okay. Thank you. Do we have any members With any questions? Member Bruno?
I'm just curious because I remember you coming the last time and all that you've had to go through, only for maybe the purposes of people in the future that run into this. What came out of this that it should have went maybe right to impact and assessment people as opposed to ever even entering here, but I'm assuming obviously would have had to been still adjudicated here? Or maybe it's the planner can answer that too.
Through the deputy chair to the member here. As is outlined in the staff report, the reason that it has to be approved by the committee is because of the previous consent that was granted on this parcel. Specifically that this parcel is I believe the severed parcel. If it was the retained parcel, it would have been fine. But because it was the severed parcel, it has to go through this process.
To come back and be merged.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Member Bogart, did you have anything you want to add or question?
No, the report answers all of my concerns from previously, and I think it's quite clear now.
Thank you. Member Bruno?
Sure, I'd like to move this matter. With respect to application B1115-PC, part lot 26, concession 2, in the city of Port Colborne, municipally known as 160 Chippewa Road, the application B1115PC be canceled.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? That's carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Forgot that habit there. All right. So those are our applicants for this evening. Very good. Thank you very much. We'll move on to other business.
No other business.
We have approval of the minutes. What else do we have?
This is the minutes, is it?
The which?
This is just the minutes.
This is the minutes? Okay, thank you. See you in a minute, all right. So we're looking for an approval of the minutes of the meeting of June 11th. Member Bruno, moved by Member Bruno?
Yes.
Thank you, seconded by Member Beauregard. All in favor? The minutes are carried, so those are adopted. All right. We have an adjournment. Meeting is adjourned.